All right, Jackson. First impressions of the team and training camp the first couple weeks. Just how's it feel? Like what's the vibe like?
High energy. I think we got a really good group of guys, starting from the coaching staff, down to the players. I feel like everybody really enjoys being in the gym together. It's always high intensity. I think this group's gonna be really fun to watch. We're very versatile. I feel like we will be really good in the aspect of just shooting. I think we have a lot of great shooters. And just going out there and competing.
How far do you think you guys can take this?
Hopefully all the way. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we strive for. Our coach talks about it and just, going out there and competing. It's my first time in the G League, so I'm excited to get out there and just, like I said, compete.
You said it first time in the G League. Did you expect Darius Garland to be in your first couple since with you guys at training camp?
No, that's definitely something I wasn't expecting, but coach just told us to stay ready. And I think we did a good job of that, and it was really fun to be able to play with a guy like Darius. Definitely just soaking up as much game as I can from a guy like him and trying to use it on the court. That's it.
Did that heighten the level? Not to say it wasn't before, but I feel like if you got an NBA All-Star in the gym with you guys right off the bat, I feel like the competition level has to just go here.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think regardless of if it's him or anybody else that's in the gym with us, we're always going to compete and play hard. But having a guy like him definitely makes you want to go harder and just, play your best.
What are your first impressions of Coach Eli?
Um, like I said, high intensity. Loves the game of basketball. Loves being around his team. Great leader.
How does that being on the court with you guys and building that sweat equity, as he calls it, make it easier to play for a guy like that?
I think it makes it very easy. Like you said, the sweat equity and just being on the court, being very hands-on. It's great at communicating with this team and just what he expects out of all of us. I think you love to play for a coach like that. So
How would you say your summer league experience was with the Cavs and getting that call and make you're playing for the Cavs in Vegas at some?
yeah, I mean it was great. It was a great experience, especially coming off my previous injury of my wrist. Just being able to get back out on the court and just kind of feel everything out again. It was a good experience just being out there. So
What was the adjustment like for you as far as on the court and just seeing that level of play after coming from Kentucky? Obviously,
just the speed of the game. Just getting used to it, adjusted. And then obviously just like the physicality is a little different, but definitely the speed of the game is, I think, just the biggest area difference. It's just like the pace, getting up and down. Regardless of if it's a made basket or a miss, like getting the ball out as fast as possible and scoring as quickly as you can is definitely like one of the top priorities as our team. So
in what way did being in Lexington prepare you for these bigger stages and being a pro?
I love my time in Lexington. Like you said, I definitely think it prepared me. Just, the atmosphere, every home game, being in front of thousands of fans, BBN, it was an amazing experience. So just trying to carry that with me and just cherish those moments.
What kind of goals have you set for yourself in this first year? Obviously, everyone wants to get to the big stage, but the developmental steps that you want to take.
Yeah, I think it starts honestly with just being present every day and just taking little steps, celebrating the small wins, just taking it day by day. Honestly, I think that's what's really gonna separate anybody, is not like looking too far ahead and just staying focused on what you have, the task at hand, and just kind of going from there. So I'm excited for my development throughout the G League and just looking forward to getting out and playing some games.
And last one for me, man. It's nice when you have a family environment between the Charge and the Cavs. Just being in the same building as those pros and the time you spent around them to this point. Just what have you observed? What are you taking away? And is there anyone that's kind of talked to you and given you advice and stuff?
I haven't really seen too many guys. I feel like we kind of split up the gym time a little bit, but just being like on the court with Darius, just kind of the gyms that he gave me while we were out there, and just seeing really like the guys I have seen how well they take care of their body. I think that's a huge thing. Just making sure you're getting the extra treatment, getting the extra work on your body to make sure that you're like well prepared for, practice, games, and all of that. So